Hey guys, today is day 2 of my 3-zone Mitsubishi system, and I made a big mistake, but I fixed it. Stay tuned. Good morning guys, Seton HVAC here. It is Tuesday, July 16th, 2024. Had to think about that one for a second. All the days kind of just blend into each other anymore, especially when you're working 7 days a week. So if you watch some of my other videos on my intros here on the way into my first project, you see me take this route a few times on the videos. I take this route because it's the back roads. Most of my driving is on the back roads. No, I'm not going to bore you with this too much, I promise. But I like taking the back roads. These are the back roads between Redmond and Bend, which I take a lot. I avoid Highway 97, which is the main thoroughfare between the two towns, like the plague. I like taking these back roads. It gives me a chance to unwind and clear my head in regards to what I'm doing for the day. I think that a lot of people on the roads these days, it's go, 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 and they're all stressed out. They're riding people's butts, speeding around, really stressed out on the roads. And I made a decision a long time ago that I wasn't going to be that way. When I'm driving, I am very relaxed. I'm not in any hurry. I don't really care what anybody else is doing on the road. I mean, sure, it's annoying when someone's driving slow in front of you, but gosh, there's so many bigger problems to worry about. You know, people, that's why I avoid Highway 97, because they ride your butt, and then they'll take risks with people's lives just trying to pass you on the highway. It's insanity out there. I see near misses every time I get on that highway, and there's multiple fatality wrecks every year because of people just being impatient, and I just think it's ridiculous. So that's not what I do. I like to just enjoy. You know, I got my morning drink here, and I just enjoy my drive in, and watch the scenery. That's what we should all be doing. If you're having a hurry when you're on the roads, then maybe you should leave a little bit earlier, or think about that before you leave. You know, call your boss before you leave. Say, hey, I'm going to be late for work because I'm not going to speed in. And if it's something that's going to get you fired, then obviously it's a pattern you need to change. So, just wanted to talk about that a little bit because, yeah, I love taking these nice country back roads when I'm coming in the morning. So, yeah, I'm heading back to this 3-zone Mitsubishi that you seen on my previous video yesterday, and then also my video on Friday. Like I said, I'm slow, I'm methodical, but I'll get it done. Main thing is getting it done right and not having to come back to issues because you hurried yourself. So when you're doing these projects, you know, I know it's easier said than done if you work for somebody, but take your time. The number one thing should be quality, not speed. You know, guys like to brag about how fast they can do installations and whatnot. I don't really care. Now I gotta have a certain amount of speed because I got work scheduled. But you know what? If I gotta push stuff back a day or two, which I do almost weekly, so be it. I want to put something in there that's going to last and that looks good, and the customer's going to be happy with. And in the long run, that's all that matters to me. So I'm going to head out to this job, and that should be all I have on the agenda today, unless I get some service calls that come in for the afternoon. But I'm not going to kill myself with it if it does happen. So I'm going to head out here and try to get you guys some shots. I'll see you out there. All right, we are back. I got my gloves. I got my trusty headlamp. Emptied out my pockets. Yes, I carry that much stuff in my pockets at all times. I always like having what I need on me. So, yeah. let's go check out this crawl space. All right, guys, there's my access down to the crawl. This actually doesn't look too bad. That ain't bad at all. I've had lots worse. So let's get down in there and I'm gonna see if how clear it is where I want to drill my holes. All right, so right there's my corner that I want to come out for my mom's room's line set over there. So there's plenty, I mean, there's nothing there, so I can go through anywhere in that foundation. I just got to make sure I get far enough over to miss the foundation wall that separates the living space from the garage. So cool, that's one down. Let's go check out where the line's going to come out by the heat pump and see, make sure that's clear. All right, I'm not going to climb all the way over there right now, but that whole foundation wall is clear. So I'm going to get the roto hammer out and start rotoing. Hopefully it goes well. We'll know very soon. All right, so looking at this, you know, there's my hole for the line that's going to come out and come down. And I think my foundation wall's pretty thick. I might just come right in, right about where my line pieces are sitting. I just don't want to screw up and not, you know, end up on that perpendicular foundation line. And then over on this other side, it's already warm. It's going to be 100 degrees today. Get this roto hammering done in the heat. So I'm a little out of sorts. They're kind of moving around. They're going to leave for a second before I do this. So, you know, probably right in there somewhere I'll roto hammer, and you know the unit will line up right just like that. So let's get set up. So I got my Bosch roto hammer. I got my I think it's it's a 3-inch coring bit. Let's get to drilling. All right, guys, just waiting for them to clear out. So you can see my setup here, and it's actually a 2.5, which works really good for these line sets to go through. You don't have to worry about them tearing or anything. Gives you a nice big hole to pull them through. So got my cord strung out. So let's get roto hammering here in a few. I'm just going to wait for them to leave. I'll be back once I got my hole drilled here. Going like butter. That's only about 3 minutes of rotoing. Usually takes about 5 to 8 minutes to do one of these. Let's keep pushing. Okay, guys, I'm through. Unbelievable how thick this foundation was. It was the entire width of my bit, almost. Crazy. This house is built well. Let's go to the other side and do the other one. All right, I'm about halfway on this one. Got my knee pad. Let's continue on. This is a thick foundation. Holy heck. All right, I'm through on this one. What's worrying me is I got into some dirt, so I might be dirt stacked up against that foundation, so I might be doing a little hand digging down there. It's real loose stuff, probably just a loose fill that's underneath the plastic or whatever. And this foundation wasn't as thick. It was about half as thick as the other side, so I don't know. Old house, weird. Let's go down and look at these holes. All right, I make mistakes. So I dug that out quite a bit over here, and I cannot see. Here, let me get that out a little wider. I cannot see where my hole is, so I didn't realize I could go that much higher. I guess I should have went and measured off that window, which is what I'm going to go do now. So I'll measure off that window upstairs in that kitchen, and I'll just re-drill my hole higher. I'll have to. I'll just concrete patch the other one. It's no big deal. Yeah, let's go check out that other hole. I know we're not into dirt over there. Let's go look at it. All right, I'm not even gonna go climb over there. You can see that bright spot way down there? That's my hole. That's what I was expecting for that other one. All right, I'm gonna go measure for that other one and get it drilled up higher. Let's see what happens. Okay, I measured inside, so the window bottom to the floor inside is 41 inches. You see my problem there? I'm down into the dirt underneath the plastic, and I can't find that. no reason to. So I'm going to take my hole saw and drill a hole up here and then roto hammer through. I actually have a rim down there. Shoot, I should try to hit it, I think. Let me make sure I'm below the floor, and I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, I'm going to go for it right in there and try to see if I can just do wood. That'd be awesome. Let's see what we can do. All right, we're through finally. All wood. So that's a good lesson right there. Don't assume that you have to go through the foundation. You know, assume that the whole house is built the same, because this house has had additions and stuff, and I just didn't look at it well enough, but it's fine. I got concrete patch back at the shop. I can patch that hole. Now we can pull that line set. We're good to go. So that'll be fun. I'll be back when it's pulled. That's the nice thing about having your line set already pre-made. Just unroll it real quick, and you're rocking and rolling. So I got a few feet pushed down in there. I'm gonna go down in the crawl now and grab it. Okay guys, mistake number 2. There's a small little crawl area that's between the two. This is as far as I can get right here. I just didn't know. I went in there and measured. I'm about 4 feet off. There's a small little area in there between the garage slab and this foundation wall, which is kind of strange, but it is what it is. I can fix it. Line height will cover it. I'll seal that hole up, and my line height will come over and just cover that up, and then we'll end up over here somewhere. No big deal. It is what it is. Let's drill the real hole now. All right, no harm, no foul. So we're through there on the accessible part of the crawl space, no problem. And then I'll just put that little plug in there, and then I'm going to silicone that hole shut, and my line height's going to cover that up. So no big deal, like it never happened. Let's get this line pulled through. All right, got my mistake hole all sealed up and got my line through. Let's do some line height. Okay guys, got all my line height up here. Able to fix my mistakes. I think it was that talk I had yesterday about not making mistakes. I jinxed myself, but I know how to fix my mistakes. So that hole's covered up, it's sealed up, we're good to go. Let's get this line strung inside of that room. I just want to note as I'm stringing this line up, I always notch the bottom of my 90 here. That's where my 3/4 PVC will come down when I do my drains, and then I just caulk around right there, and it makes a nice clean finish just sticking out the bottom of that. So let's continue on. All right, I got all that line height strung out. I'm gonna go ahead and clear out of here. I had to fix some spots too, like this cheap black tape that I buy, and wire tie it up to make sure it's all nice and clean looking. But anyway, I have to clear out of here for a bit. She's gonna put the baby down for a nap. But done on this side for now, other than sealing holes and covering up line height and running the drain. I'm gonna go work on the last one, that upstairs line set, and get the heat pump set. So be working over on this side for a bit. Well, I'd say I made that line set long enough, huh? There's our unit unboxed. Got myself a big garbage box now. I think I'm going to run this line set first. It'll be a lot easier to run that before I set the pad. So let's get to getting on that one. All right, I got about 8 feet or so, 8 feet or so of line set pushed through there. Let's go up in the attic now and pull it to where I'm going to end up needing it, and get it strung through this line height, and then we can set that unit finally. Let's do it. All right, there she is. I'm going to pull her probably all the way over past my light here, somewhere over there, just to make sure I have enough. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put that unit yet. Probably right there, I'm thinking. We'll have to see. It's going to be tight, but yeah, let's get down in there and do it. All right, I got her all pulled across here. I'm not going to clamp or anything. And I think what I'm going to recommend is that we put the unit right here so it's easy accessible from this access hole. And then they'll just have to make another one in one of the other rooms if they want to get down in there, which I think is totally reasonable. So this is just so I can continue working outside and get it clamped up, start working on the heat pump. This is going to be for another day up here. I'm going to button this up now, and I'll be back up here for the fun stuff. All right, I got plenty out here left over,
get it strung down in, and we can set that heat pump finally again. All right, I got all my lines ran, got everything cut, all the ends are taped, everything bent out of the way. And then on this one that I had coming down from the other side, I had enough left on it. I just rolled it up. I could use that for a simple install, you know, straight out the back. So I got my rake, I got my level there. Let's level this spot off, get the pad set, and let's get this guy set. I know I gotta flip him 180. Let's keep moving on. Okay guys, she's set and level. One thing I want to note on this is not a hyperheat, so I am going to put the little riser blocks under there. The weight of these doesn't hurt it. So yeah, and then if you look, this will be nice and clean. Get my lines right in there. So I'm liking the way this is turning out. Okay, I got my riser feet under there. A couple things I want to mention about these. When you're tightening these nuts down here, to tighten it down, it's got the bolt that slides through into this little channel. Do not use an impact drill or a drill of any kind to tighten these down. Use a small crescent wrench or a hand ratchet, and just don't cinch it down, but don't tighten it too much or you'll crack this plastic. Guess how I know that? I've done it. And then the reason why I like to use these in conjunction with these plastic pads is I can take 1-inch zip screws. So these feet, I like these ones because they come with 2 holes each, front and back, and you can just screw it down. Keeps your unit from shifting around while you're flaring, running your electrical, whatnot. So let's get this panel pulled off this guy and let's flare these lines in. Oh, looky there, I forgot on these, only the bottom one's a half, so I got 3 sets of 3/8 quarters that I can use, so I'll just go B, C, D with it. I used to think that you had to have something landed on A to do the others, but that's a myth. We can just do B, C, D. So let's get started on it. Okay, M series. Wait, I don't need to look at that part. 3/8, 25 to 30 foot-pounds. Quarter is 10 to 12. I'll just use my do my usual 30 for my 3/8 and 12 for my quarter. I got my usual stuff here: Black Max flaring, Black Max torque wrench, Black Max flaring block, backup wrench, cutters, and my nylon glue, goop and schmear. Let's get flaring. All right, she's all flared up, looking pretty. I'm gonna do some cleanup, throw this panel on. I'll get you an overall view. It's just too late in this afternoon. I'm not hopping up in the attic, so I'm gonna do some cleanup, do a little prep work for tomorrow. And then try to get up there in the morning hours. So I'll be right back. Right, guys, let's give you an overall. So this is the far one, mom's room wall unit. There's the line hide there, and then that shoots down into the crawl space. And I want to show you around this corner. That's where we have the other 2. So we got this one here that's in the living room. And this one is going to be the one that's the concealed ducted coming over. So all in all, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to leave my garbage box there. I'll have more trash. And yeah, looking pretty nice. I really enjoy doing these. And they always, they don't necessarily challenge me, but they always challenge me physically, that's for sure. Especially tomorrow when I have to get up in that attic. But I'm going to try to do it in the morning, like I said. So tell me what you think. Try to do it as clean as I can. Like I said, slow and methodical. So let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you.
All right, heading out. Day 2 of that 3-zone mini. I'd like to say today went 100% smooth, but it did not. And you know, I think I jinxed myself by saying I don't make mistakes yesterday. I misdrilled a hole, which I don't do very often, and that's probably, you know, the reason is, and I take full credit for it, is I did not go and measure the crawl space to see exactly where I was going to be. I just assumed that garage wall was the divider between the slab and the foundation. I mean, it's common sense. but there was about a 6 to 8 foot other crawl space that you can't get to. That's just basically all dirt, because I drilled right into dirt. So live and learn. Every day's a learning experience, even after almost 30 years. I'm far from perfect. I strive for perfection and accept what I end up getting. So yeah, good thing I can fix that. You know, line hide, you can seal those holes up with silicone, and then you can, you know, you're covering it up, so it's all good. There's no harm, no foul on that. It's going to look the same as if I wouldn't have drilled that hole wrong. So as far as everything else, it's looking great. It just it got too late in the day today to start that attic. I wanted to get that crawl space out of the way. I'm covered head to toe in filth right now. Digging through the dirt, trying to find that other hole, which I would have never found because it wasn't there. Sorry about that, guys. My phone fell again. I'm gonna have to get a better holder for this thing. But what I was saying is, I'm down there in a crawl space digging through dirt, trying to find a hole that was 8 to 10 feet to my right. So, yeah, I'm not the brightest bulb sometimes, but I figured it out. I decided to grab my tape measure and do it the right way. And there was there's nothing that you can see with the finished product, and it's all sealed up and safe. So we're good there. On another note, I'm crawling all over the place, crawl spaces, attics, and I'm no spring chicken, that's for sure. I've said it many times. I'm no spring chicken, and I can't find a kid who's young and ambitious enough to do it with me. I really, I'm going to say 5 more reallys, really want to get somebody young and full of ambition to help me with this, because I think we can kick some butt, really, with my knowledge of laying stuff out and how to put this stuff together, and then just an able body to do it. That would be ideal. I think that's ideal for pretty much any one-man band. The biggest problem is they're just not out there. And if you are out there, contact me. I'm ready. And you got to have some mechanical aptitude. If you're a hard worker and everything, I understand that, but you're going to have to be able to pick stuff up and pick it up quick. I've always been happy to teach. That's why I'm doing all this, to teach. I do extra stuff in my off time, which I don't really have much, to teach. So in closing, yeah, slow one-man band install, but I'll get it done, and it'll be done well, and the customer will be happy. So until then, I'll see you tomorrow.